Chapter 55 First Steps. After waiting what felt like a respectable time for Graham and Bouncer to recover somewhat, Dirac started his next round of questions. You mean from the future or another dimension? Asked Dirac. Graham at first just looked at Dirac. Either he had not heard the question or it had not made any sense. Either way, his face spoke 1,000 words, leaving Dirac under no illusions that his question required repeating. Do you mean when you arrived from the future, or from another dimension, or whatever happened? Asked Dirac. Yes, exactly, but it can't be that. It takes an unbelievable amount of energy to open this kind of rift. Exposure to the first one nearly killed Barnaby. Sepulchre could only achieve it with a substance called Solarium. How did it nearly kill Barnaby? Asked Dirac. I'm not entirely sure, but I think he became molecularly unstable. As an indirect result of his injuries, we came to be created. What do you mean? Barnaby time jumped again to steal the nanotech in order to save his life and make the time dilation device safe to use. During the theft, the nanotech escaped and found then merged with us, and 3 other vehicles. He then had to extract the nanotech from one of us to save his life. Oh my God! That must have been terrible. We just didn't know. Our friend survived and so did Barnaby, so all was good in the end. Having been given a great deal of information to process, Dirac's brain autopilot to a technical point. Solarium, do you think it exists here? I'd say so, replied Graham. It's in Patria, Greece, buried in the ground. We ended up time jumping there ourselves a couple of times in order to try and stop Sepulchre, but we've learned space-time insists some things are going to happen, no matter how hard you try to prevent them. Delhi calls them nexus points. An asteroid, you say? Do you think they could have fallen elsewhere? Greece would be partially tricky to get to at the moment, laughed Dirac. I guess so. We need a sample of Solarium to be able to search for similar signatures, but I think Bouncer and I could sneak in and get that. Yes, I don't doubt. Your ability to masquerade is amazing, but how will you get there? It's not like there are chartered flights. We have other options, smiled Bouncer. We can fly if we choose, we just need to be careful. Graham thought about their situation. They needed a plan. May I call you Paul? Yes, of course, Graham, replied Paul. If Bouncer and I get a sample, can you start to prepare a device we could use to trace the Solarium? Yes, I think that is possible. There's an asteroid index in the library. I can locate that and get an idea of its contents too, prior to any more information being available. Okay, we'll meet back here in 3 days. Hopefully we'll have our sample and we can find another asteroid. Paul stopped for a second and considered the plan. Hang on, if you believe that Solarium is the only substance that can power this type of activity, why are we looking for another asteroid? Shouldn't we just be looking for the power source? Graham stopped and thought too. Yes, of course, I got task blind, sorry. We don't need the source of the Solarium, we need to see who now has the Solarium. Because I'll bet you they'll have some form of device just waiting to destroy reality.